Hi friends, welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: Stack class in Java Collections Framework. So first of all, we'll understand what is Java Collections Framework. So coming to Java Collections, so collections means collection of objects or group of objects as a single unit in Java program. So single unit or single object in a Java program. Next, what is framework? So framework means library which is used to work with Java collections, and this library is provided to us in the form of java.util package. So in this java.util package, we have different collection classes and interface using which we can work with Java collection of objects. So here at the top, so collection interface is the top level base class or base interface for the Java collections. So under this collection interface, we have four different types of popular collections. First one, list collection, set collection, queue collection, map collection, and all these collections are also sub interfaces for collection interface, and these are part of java.util package. So coming to some technical points, so collections is only for objects but not primitive data types. So whatever we store in collections, everything will be stored in the form of objects as object class format, which is a superclass for all the Java classes. Next, in collections, every data is stored in the form of objects only as superclass object class format. So object class format which belongs to java.lang package, it is a superclass for all the Java classes. So now coming to stack class. So how to use stack class in Java collections framework? So stack class, it is available in java.util package, and stack class is inherited from vector class. Vector class is inherited from list, list is inherited from collection interface, and collection interface is inherited from iterable interface. So iterable interface is available in java.lang package. So its methods are inherited to collection interface, util package. Its methods are inherited to list interface, util package, and its methods are inherited to vector class of util package. And these methods are also inherited to stack class of java.util package. So what exactly is stack? So stack is a collection of objects, same like one-dimensional array as that of vector, but it in stack format. So stack format means it will store data from bottom to top, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, one above the another in LIFO format, which is a stack format, last in first out. Okay, so it is one above the another is a stack format, last in first out. So last insert element will be the first out of the stock, right? So it provides indexes to objects 0 to size -1, and these indexes are given from bottom to top. So bottom index will be 0 and top index will be size -1. So apart from index, it also provides positions. It also provides positions to the elements from top to bottom. So positions will start from 1 to n size, number of elements. So indexes are provided from bottom to top, and regular positions are provided from top to bottom, which is 1 to size. Its initial default capacity is 10. It accepts duplicate objects So order is preserved. So for example, you are inserting 10, so 10 will be in the bottom, 20 will be above the 10, 30 will be above 20, 40 will be above 30, and 50 will be above 40. So 50 top to bottom, 10, 10 will be at the bottom. And it is a subclass for vector class. So since vector class is a legacy class, it is also legacy class, a class which is clonable, serializable, and methods are synchronized so that it can participate in multi-threaded application. Right. So coming to the constructors and methods. So if we see the description of stack class, it goes like this. So java p hyphen p java.util.stack. Open the command prompt, go to your working directory and issue the command. So stack class, it is inherited from vector class. Vector is inherited from list. List is inherited from collection. Collection is inherited from iterable. So since vector is a legacy class, stack is also a legacy class, clonable, serializable, and its methods are synchronized. So this is a default constructor, public stack with an initial default capacity of 10. Push, pushing or adding an element from top, it will come to the bottom. You can add elements only from the top and delete elements only from the top. So push means adding element from the top, it will come to the bottom. And then, so coming to the bottom means it will be added from top. Okay, if it is a first element, it will come to the bottom. Pop, removing the top element from the stack. Peek, what is the top element? Value. Empty, checks whether stack is empty or not. Search, so it will search for a particular element and gives its position, and this position is given from top to bottom 1 2 3 4 5. So it will not give the index, it will give the position. And if the element is not available, it will return -1. So these are the constructor and methods. So let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. Stack class example1.java. So take a new page. So first we'll write the comments. Program to demo collection of objects in stack class and its operations. So import java.util package. Take main class, stack class example1, save it as .java as extension with main method. So program execution starts with main method. So first we'll create a stack object. Stack st is equals to new stack. So initial default capacity is 10. So let us push. We can also use add methods, but since we have push method, push. So push 10. So 10, initially it will come to the bottom. 20 will be above 10. 30 will be above 20. 40 will be above 30. And 50 will be above 40. So from bottom 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So the top or the peak element is 50 now. So initially we'll print the stack. So when we print the stack, it will print from left to right. But internally it will be available from bottom to top. Bottom is 10, top element is 50. Right. So initially we'll try to get the capacity. So capacity method is inherited from base class. Size method is also inherited from base class. IsEmpty method is also inherited from base class. So we can use base class methods in subclass. Right. So I'll write it here. Base class methods with subclass. Subclass object. Right. Go to the command prompt. So compile the program. So stack class example1.java, no error, and run it. Java stack class example1. So 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So indexes will be from bottom to top. And position is also there, regular position. Top position is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So indexes are from left to right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. and positions are from top to bottom, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so initial capacity, default capacity is 10, size is 5, is empty, false. So let us try to perform different operations one by one. So next, peak. So peak, stack dot peak. Peak means topmost element, which is 50. So 50 is the topmost element, 10 is the bottom element. So recompile and run. So peak, which is the topmost element, 50. Next, we will use pop. Right. So pop, topmost element will be removed, 50 will be removed. After that, pop, 40 will also be removed. So we'll have only 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30, bottom to top. Print stack. So recompile and run. So 50, 40 popped elements. After that, we have only 10, 20, 30. So now the indexes are 0, 1, 2. Positions are 1, 2, and 3. So indexes left to right, positions from top to bottom, which is right to left. Right. So next, peak. So peak means topmost element. So now the topmost element is 30. Save it, recompile and run. So topmost element is 30. Next, we'll add again few more elements, 40 and 50. Right. So again we are pushing 40, 50. So 40 will come above 30 and 50 will come above 40. So 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Save, recompile and rerun. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and positions from top to bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right to left. Right. So now we'll perform searching operation one by one. Now when we do searching operation, it will give numbered position from top to bottom. So top to bottom, you'll get the numbered positions. For example, stack dot search of 10. So search of 10. So from top, 10 is at 5th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. From top, the position of 20 is 4. 30, third position. 40, second position. 50, first position. 100. So we don't have 100. So for unsuccessful search, it will return -1. Right, so save it, recompile and run. Right, so if you see the positions, so position of 10 from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Position of 20, 4. Position of 30, 3. Position of 40, 2. And position of 50 from the top, 1. 100 we don't have, unsuccessful search, -1 it will return. Right, so next we'll get the elements with respect to index positions. So index positions are given from bottom to top. So index positions from bottom to top, and this will be 0 to n-1 or size -1. Right, so get off 0. So at the bottom we have 10, get off 1, 20, get off 2, 30, get off 3, 40, get off 4, 50. So get method is inherited from base class. So save it, recompile and rerun. So from bottom 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So index positions are from bottom to top, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and regular positions are from top to bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right to left. So this is how we are supposed to work with stack in Java collections framework. So which stores elements one above the other, another from bottom to top. So from bottom to top we'll have indexes, from top to bottom we'll have the positions, and we can use different methods like push, pop, peek, empty, search. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, comment and share this video, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. Have a nice day.